5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah! We are here at the Arnhem Space Centre in Nhulunbuy, Yolngu country, and we are about to embark on a journey of launching a rocket. So poetic, so hard to do, and yet so simple in some ways. And when we enjoy the beautiful landscape, it's this beautiful kind of red dirt, and we're going to be seeing a lot of this. And I'll probably be seeing a lot of this on every inch that I have. Here at the Arnhem Space Centre, just beginning to see what's going on. It's a busy place happening. There's cars, there's action, there's testing, there's all sorts of things all happening here. So down there is the range. That little shed is the rocket. So you're seeing how it looks like during the test. They actually have it covered up before launch. This is essentially the NASA weather wind tower. And so there's this little monitoring station on the top of it, monitoring and making sure that essentially the winds are at the right level for the launch. This will become a very important thing to monitor, to measure and check. It's kind of cool that you see these little portable bollards having to be done, obviously for safety reasons. You know, this is essentially a site that's been done on the fly. We're in the Launch Control Center getting ready for the dress rehearsal, which is going to take about 8 hours to complete a full simulation of the launch. So right now we're kind of in the middle of a pause. We've been having pauses in this dress rehearsal. The dress rehearsal is essentially a test countdown. So we make sure everything's working, everything's going, everyone knows what they're doing. Now, there are some small problems, nothing really major. So one of the things that's been happening on and off here is a bit of rain. In fact, we've been having a number of quick, sharp downpours, which has caused a bunch of pausing in the dress rehearsal. Now, for those who know, this is supposed to be the dry season where it's actually not wet. And locals will say this isn't wet, but it's still enough rain to put a damper on things just for a few seconds at a time. Hanging outside the Launch Control Center. Now, in a few minutes, we're all going to go down the road to see the rocket. It's going to be my first time seeing this up close, and I'm going to be excited. Now, where I'm at the Operational Control Center is about 400 meters from the rocket. Now, a lot of the roads on the site have been made for this launch and for this facility, and the nearby roads have recently been regraded. And it's actually everyone's saying how much of a treat it is for the smooth roads around here. So here I am at the rocket. It's about 12 meters tall. To say I'm excited is a little bit of an understatement. I took as many photos. I was the classic tourist, but in front of a rocket right now. So this is where the rocket is stored. It's rolled out on the rails, as you can see, and then it goes into position. There's actually a lot of the cooling and electronics underneath. In fact, the pier is about 14 meters deep. This is where I've been working out of the Mission Control office. This is the site that has been my mobile TV studio. In fact, if we quickly look, we can see some marks where I've actually marked into the ground a H for here. That's been my standing spot. Have objects they're looking at that's only visible from the southern hemisphere, so you can't see it from the US to the north. The second and third missions will be looking at something called Alpha Centauri. So if you look towards the Southern Cross, Alpha Centauri is
It's actually been a great place to stay because we're 5 minutes away.
Process, so sometimes during that countdown you have to make sure things are double checked. Again, safety and success is... I don't even want to hear myself talk anymore. There's only so... It really is comical watching all the comments on it every time, you know, you say T-3, take another drink at this point. Everyone's having fun with it at least. Now, it's sounding very heavy in here. Now, people may have noticed I'm a tad excited by this. Now, I am a scientist. My specialty is looking at stars that explode and how the universe evolves. Hey, the rain's stopping. There you go. That's the great thing about the weather. So the winds have just popped up again, unfortunately. So we're holding now at 58 seconds. We will see if we resume this countdown. You know, this wind, I'm going to be happy if I never hear of wind again. I'm going to tell you this right now. Process that once the winds are deemed too high, we have to reset the 3-minute clock. Luckily, we're not going past 3 minutes at this point. So the official count, we're just being informed, we did get to officially 8 seconds, but we had to restart to 3 minutes. And again, this is all just the... So we're just doing...
Copy that, confirming balloon test. Thank you.
So NASA has decided, so what they're doing is a balloon test. So now the idea here is they actually want to just make sure they test that higher level wind. And you know what? We're back on count. Yes! So we are now T-minus 140 and counting.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah.
So we did it, the first commercial launch from Australia. The next day, the helicopter went out and retrieved the scientific payload about 5:30 p.m. Look, I may look a little bit disheveled, but last night we finished about 2 o'clock. By the time I found a ride into town, we got there about 2:30. I had to wake up by 4 o'clock to start getting ready for the next round of interviews, next activity, and getting the things on site. It's been quite a journey for this first launch that has just happened over my shoulder, right over there. And hopefully the second and third launch will go as well. I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit how this is put together.